practice session end. Please start, sir. We are live. Please start.
Welcome everyone. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the 33rd annual general meeting of your company. It is 12:30 p.m. and I'm glad to connect with all of you at this virtual annual general meeting of the company. On behalf of the board of directors, I thank you all for taking the time out to join us today. Your support and guidance and confidence in us in this uncertain and testing times drives us to do even more and strive to create greater value for the organization. I hope all of you are safe and in good health. This meeting is being conducted through video conference as per the guidelines issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and Securities and Exchange Board of India, SEBI. In line with MCA and SEBI circulars, the annual report 21-22 of the company, which include the notice of the 33rd AGM, was sent only through electronic mode to those members whose email address are registered with the company or depository. The annual report is also uploaded on the website of the company and also can be accessed on the websites of BSE and CDSL. I wish to inform the members that in case of any technology or connectivity related challenges, I am unable to continue to participate in this meeting. Mr. Ashish Kataria, whole-time director of the company, shall conduct business of this meeting. And in case he too faces any connectivity challenges, then Mr. Rajkamal Prasad Verma, independent director, would preside as chairman and conduct business of this meeting. I would now like to introduce my other colleagues on the board who are participating through this meeting through video conference. Mr. Ajay Patadia, independent director.
Good afternoon, members.
Mr. Rajkamal Prasad Verma, independent director and chairman of the Nomination Remuneration Committee.
Good afternoon and welcome everyone.
Mr. Prashant Godha, director of the company.
Good afternoon, I'm Prashant Godha. Thank you.
Mr. Ashish Kataria, whole-time director, CEO.
Good afternoon and welcome everyone.
Mr. Charchit Jain, whole-time director, CFO.
Good afternoon and welcome everyone. Thank you.
Mr. Saurabh Chauhan, representing company statutory auditors, Mr. Kailash Jain and company.
Good afternoon and welcome everyone.
Mr. Alok Khairwar, representing Mrs. Alok Khairwar and Associates, practicing company secretary, who are also appointed as scrutinizer, and Ms. Minal Bhosle, company secretary, are attending this meeting through video conference. Participation of members through video conference is being reckoned for the purpose of quorum as per the circulars issued by the MCA and SEBI. We have the requisite forum present through video conference to conduct the proceedings of this meeting, and therefore I announce this meeting through video conference to be in order. Members may once again note that this annual general meeting is being held through video conference, and accordingly facility for joining this meeting through video conference is made available for the members on first come first served basis. The statutory registers and other required documents are uploaded on company's website and therefore available for inspection by the members. As the AGM is held through video conference, the facility for appointment of proxies by the members is not applicable, and therefore there is no proxy register. The company has received requests from few members to register them as speakers of the meeting. Accordingly, the floor will be kept open for these members to ask questions or express their views when announced. The moderator will facilitate the session once it is announced that the floor is open for question and answers. It may be noted that the company reserves the right to limit the number of members asking the questions, as well as number of questions being asked by each member, depending upon the availability of time at the AGM. The company has already provided the facility to cast the votes electronically on the resolution set forth in the AGM notice from August 8, 22 to August 10, 22. Members who have not cast their votes and who are participating in this meeting will also have one more opportunity to cast their votes during this meeting through e-voting system provided by CDSL. Members are requested to refer to instructions provided in the AGM notice for seamless participation in this meeting, as well as the e-voting during this meeting. In case members face any technical difficulty, they may reach out to the helpline numbers given in the AGM notice. As the notice is circulated to the members, I take the notice convening the meeting as read. The statutory auditors, Messrs. Kailash Jain and secretarial auditors, Messrs. Alok Khairwar and associates have expressed unqualified opinion in their respective audit reports for the financial year 21-22. There are no qualifications, observations, or adverse comments on financial statements and any matter that may have any material bearing on the functioning of the company, and therefore they are not being read. So friends, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to welcome you all to this 33rd annual general meeting of your company through video conference. The director's report and the audited accounts for the year ended 31st March 22 have been with you for some time, and with your permission, I shall take them as read. The sales and the other income of the company for the financial year under report amounted to 77.10 crores as compared to 71.87 crores in the previous year, a growth of 7.28%. Operations of the company have resulted in net profit of 12.35 crores for the financial year under report as compared to the net profit of 10.52 crores in the previous financial year, a growth of 17.39%. Your company manufactures and markets bulk drugs and specialty chemicals such as lutidine, cyanobridine, picoline, polydine, etc. Some of the products manufactured by the company are used in the manufacturing of APIs for COVID-19 care products like zinc picolinate. This has resulted in increased demand in the local as well as global market for said products during the financial year under report. Being manufacturers of APIs and specialty chemicals and provider of essential services and exempted from lockdown, the manufacturing facility and marketing activities of your company continued with the manufacturing and marketing operations throughout this pandemic initially, with challenges such as shortage of manpower, availability of raw materials, packing materials, and disruptions in the logistics and the supply chain. The company is continuously monitoring the situation closely. The company has also taken and continued to take all the measures to comply with the guidelines issued by the local authorities from time to time to ensure the safety of its workplace at the manufacturing plants and offices. Mr. Dwarika Agarwal, CFO and the whole-time director of the company, has resigned with effect from June 11, 22. The board appointed Mr. Charchit Jain as a whole-time director, CFO of the company with effect from June 23, 22. Our company is committed to environmental sustainability, ecological balance, maintaining quality of air and water. The philosophy of the company is to achieve long-term value, to serve the best interest of the stakeholders, shareholders, customers, employees, government, and society at large. Change in the promoter group shareholding. During the year under report, after completion of the procedure related to open offer, Dr. Atmabandhu Gupta and his family members, companies erstwhile promoters of the company, has applied for reclassification, and the company in turn made an application for such reclassification to BSE on September 3, 21. And the said application has been approved by BSE Limited on January 18, 22. Thus, the promoter shareholding of the company now stands at 54.25% from 62.31%. Dividend. Your directors are pleased to recommend an equity dividend of ₹1 per share for the financial year under report. The dividend amounting to ₹115.44 lakhs, if approved at the annual general meeting, will be appropriated out of the profits of the year and will be paid on or before September 9, 22. R&D activities. The company's in-house R&D center is continuously working in the field of catalysis for fluidized bed and fixed bed catalytic reactions. The company's R&D center at Tarapur is recognized by Department of Scientific and Industrial Research, Government of India. The company has incurred total R&D expenses of 20.33 lakhs in the financial year under report, as against 14.14 lakhs in the previous financial year, reporting an increase of 43.77%. The human resource plays an important and a pivotal role in the growth and success of any organization. Your company has maintained cordial and harmonious relations with the employees across all the locations. During the year, your company has initiated various measures to implement strong, adaptive, and mature corporate structure, which is flexible, responsive, and proactive. Before I conclude, I would like to express my gratitude to all my colleagues on the board for their help and guidance to the company during the year. I wish to place on record my sincere thanks to the company's bankers and shareholders for the trust which they have reposed in the company. I must thank all the employees for their dedicated work during their testing times and for their inspiration and the excellent team spirit. I'm also thankful to our customers for their ongoing confidence in the products of the company. Last but not the least, I thank you all for the trust and confidence reposed in us and for sparing your valuable time to participate in this meeting. Thank you, everyone. Now I'm going to present the agenda items to be transacted at this AGM one by one, and thereafter shall open the floor for questions and to be discussed on the resolutions and the operations of the company. Agenda item number 1, to receive, consider and adopt the audited financial statements of the company for the financial year ended 31st March 22, together with the reports of the board of directors and the auditors thereon. I now present the audited financial statements and the reports of the board of directors and auditors for the financial year 31st March 22. Agenda number 2, to appoint a director in place of Mr. Prashant Godha, who retires by rotation and being eligible offers himself for a reappointment. It is now proposed to reappoint him as a director of the company liable to retire by rotation. Agenda number 3, to declare dividend on equity shares at the rate of ₹1 per share, that is 10% of the for the financial year ended 31st March 22. Board has recommended at the rate of ₹1 per share for approval of members of the company at the annual general meeting. Agenda number 4, to ratify the remuneration of the cost auditors for the FY 22-23. Pursuant to the provisions of section 148 of the Companies Act 2013, read with rule 14 of the company's audit and auditors rules 2014, the remuneration of ₹1,50,000 payable to Messrs. Poddar and Company as cost auditors is to be ratified by the shareholders as mentioned in the resolution. Agenda number 5, to consider the appointment of Mr. Charchit Jain as a director. Agenda number 6, to appoint Mr. Charchit Jain as a whole-time director of the company. Pursuant to the applicable provisions of Companies Act 2013, Mr. Charchit Jain was appointed as an additional director and designated as a whole-time director of the company by the board with effect from June 23, 2022. It is proposed to approve the appointment and remuneration payable to Mr. Charchit Jain as a whole-time director of the company for a period of 5 years commencing June 23, 22 as stated in the resolutions. Agenda item number 7, approval for entering into related party transaction with KG Laboratories Private Limited. Pursuant to the provisions of section 188 of the Companies Act 2013 and rules made thereunder, and provisions of Rule 23(4) of the SEBI, approval of the shareholders is being sought to enter into the contract arrangement transactions with Messrs. KG Laboratories Private Limited, a related party up to a maximum amount of ₹50 crores in the financial year provided. However, that contract or transactions so carried out shall at time be on arm's length basis and in ordinary course of the company's business. Agenda number 8, to make investments, give loans, guarantees and security in excess of limits specified under section 186 of the Companies Act 2013. Pursuant to the provisions of section 186 of the Companies Act 2013, with the company's rules 2014, the consent of the members is being sought to give any loan, any guarantee and or to provide any security in connection with any loans to any other body, corporate or person, and or to make any further investment, acquisition by way of subscription, purchase or otherwise, the securities including equity shares, preference shares, debentures or any other kind of instruments, whether convertible or not, of other body, corporate, investment in fixed deposits with bank, other institutions, investment in mutual funds, money market funds, government securities, etc., up to the extent of ₹50 crores.
These were all about the agenda items. Now I would request, I would open the floor for the shareholders to have their comments and questions. Our first speaker shareholder shall be Mr. Anil Parekh.
It is not available.
The second shareholder speaker is Mr. Asti Besania.
Not available.
The next speaker is Mr. Bimal Agarwal. Yes, Mr. Agarwal, you are on mute. You have to unmute yourself before speaking.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Good afternoon to everyone. First of all, I'll thank the company secretary and also the management for, and I have received the annual report in physical form also. And whatever I have asked, company secretary has provided me. And I have supported all the resolution 2 days in advance. And what is the impact of interest rate high rising, crude rising, and dollar rising on our company? That's all from me. Thank you very much. Thank you, company secretary. That's all from me.
Thank you, sir. The next speaker shareholder would be Mr. Keshav Garg. Mr. Garg, you have to unmute.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much for providing me this opportunity. Ma'am, I have already sent you the list of my questions, but I'll repeat them very quickly over here. Madam, what is the outlook for the present financial year FY23 in terms of top line as well as bottom line? Ma'am, can we hold on to our last year's revenue of 74 crore and operating profit of 15 crore with an operating margin of 21%? And sir, ma'am, was there any COVID component in last year's financial sales to COVID sector, which is not present this year? And also wanted to understand that when you think our revenues can exceed 1,000 crores, 100 crores, and what is our steady state operating profit margin? Will the rupee depreciation help our margin, or is it a pass through to our customers? And what kind of pricing arrangement do we have with our customers? Do we have a fixed price formula, or do we have formula based pricing wherein raw material, forex, etc. is a pass through? And also, do we have long term sales contracts with our customers, or is it just a one time spot sales that we do? Ma'am, what is the maximum revenue that we can generate if we operate our current installed capacity at full utilization? Madam, depending upon the product mix, if you could just provide us some range. And also, is our capacity fungible between different products that we are manufacturing? Also, ma'am, what are your capex plans, and is the company looking to come out with any new products? Madam, what is our market share in the domestic market as well as global market, and what is the market size of the products where we are in, and who would be our major customers and competitors? And how is the association with IPCA Labs helping us in terms of our operations, marketing, research and development, etc.? And also, madam, our exports to USA declined from 32 crore in FY21 to 19 crore last year. So what is the reason for the same? And lastly, the first quarter results were quite weak. Our revenues also fell by over 25% year on year, and our operating profit also less than halved. So what is the reason for the same, and should we expect the first quarter performance to continue in the rest of the quarters of this year, or is this a one-off? So ma'am, these were some of my questions. If you could just give us an overview about the business and what shareholders should expect going forward, I'll be very grateful, and thank you very much, and best of luck.
Thank you, Mr. Garg, for such elaborate analysis in the business. The next speaker is Mr. Bharat Gandhi.
Not available.
Next one is Mr. Bhagat, Dhaneshwar Bhagat.
Not available.
Mr. Rajat Sethia.
Hello, are you able to hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, hello and good afternoon, everyone. So most of my questions have been covered by the previous speaker. So I would just like to add on to that. So regarding revenue segmentation, if you can provide some end user industry wise and some top product wise breakup like pyridine, picoline, etc. And if you can help us understand how it has evolved in 3 to 5 years. What is the market size of these chemicals globally? What is our market share and who are our major competitors? Also, if you can name some of our top 5 to 10 clients, do we have any long-term contracts with them or they buy on spot basis? Also, I would like to understand why we have such long inventory days. If you can help us understand the rationale behind them. What is the capacity for manufacturing facility in Tarapur and what is our current capacity utilization? And also how it has evolved over the years, because I don't think you have done any major capex for capacity expansion in the plan. If you can help me whether this understanding is correct or not. Also, your operating margins have reasonably improved from FY19. What has been the reason for such sharp improvement? Your gross margins have also improved. Do you think it's sustainable or a one-time shot? You have done some backward integration with manufacturing of picolines and cyanopyridine. Up to what extent this is backward integrated? What raw materials do we require and how do we source it? Also, can you help understand the economic benefits of this backward integration? Lastly, if you can share your outlook on revenue, the margins and capex in coming 3 to 5 years. That's all from my side. Thank you very much and wish you all the best.
Thank you, Mr. Sethia. The next speaker is Mr. Vipul Patel. Mr. Patel, you have to unmute yourself. Sir? We can see your presence, but you are not audible, sir.
We sent a request for unmuting, but he's not responding.
Mr. Patel?
I think they're facing some internet issues. So can we move to the next?
All right. The next speaker is Ms. Lekha Shah.
Hello,
Hello,
can you
yes.
hear me, Minal ma'am?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Respected chairperson, ma'am, board of directors, and my fellow members, good afternoon to all of you. Myself, Lekha Shah from Mumbai. First of all, I'm very much thankful to our company secretary, Minal ma'am, for extending very good investor services and also sending me the AGM notice well in time, which is full of knowledge, fact and figures in place. Thank you, ma'am, for explaining us well about the company. Congratulations for excellent work, sir. Works, madam. Ma'am, I pray to God that he always shower his blessing upon you. Ma'am, I'm confident that with your vision and determination, you will lead our company to greater height. And also, I pray to God, our company should progress more and more under you and your team's work. Sir, sorry, madam, I would like to ask few questions. My first question is, has there been any impact of second COVID wave on the company operations? My second question is, are your employees are working from home or they are working from the office? My third question is, how many women employees are working in the office? चेयरमैन मैम, आप जरा स्माइल कर दीजिए. अपना कंपनी इतना अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस कर रही है, आप क्यों इतने गुस्से पर बैठी हो? जरा स्माइल कर दिए. थैंक यू मैम. हम हमेशा खुश रहिए, हमारे ब्लेसिंग है. आज रक्षाबंधन है, अपने सभी ब्रदर्स सब आजू बाजू में बैठे हैं. आपको हम लोग भी मैं सिस्टर का नाते, शेयर होल्डर सिस्टर का हिसाब से सभी भाइयों को मेरा रक्षाबंधन का मुबारक. और आपको एकदम भगवान का आशीर्वाद. मिनल बेन, आपको भी मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देती हूँ. विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट. थैंक यू मैम. ऑल आई सपोर्ट ऑल द रेजोल्यूशंस.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for joining us. That was all.
Thank
from
you so much.
your side. Now, I would request the full-time directors, ma'am, to take forward the proceedings.
I thank all the shareholders for their questions, comments, and suggestions. I now hand over the proceedings to Mr. Ashish Katari and Mr. Charchit Jain, the full-time directors, to answer the questions raised. Mr. Ashish.
Yeah, I thank all the shareholders for the interesting questions that we have. We will answer each of them. We will cover them. The outlook for this Q1 is reported, but the outcome of Q2 has been forecasted and the momentum will be maintained. We expect the financial year to be in line with the momentum that the company is having since years. We are hopeful that there are no impact of the global supply chain that is in place, and we are hopeful that our customers and vendors will support us in this journey. There is a bit COVID impact that we faced in Q4 due to global disturbances, especially in the countries, China, etc. But we are going to recover the same, and the momentum will be maintained as such. The other important key questions were our products have been sold across geographies. There is no as such decline anywhere. One geography is covering the other, and we are having presence all across the globe. The demand and supply has been maintained to all the geographies. There are few products that we are taking into pipeline. They are into the research stage. We will take forward this journey of continuous research and development in years to come. As and when they are coming into the pipeline, we will report them. Yes, all employees are safe due to any COVID impact in the last financial year. We are very much healthy, and we are continuing our operations in line with the momentum that Resonance has shown over a period of time. Charchit.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for your questions. I would like to answer some of the questions related to the profit margins and everything. Seeing the current situation, we are expecting to maintain the same profit margins throughout the year. But as one of the speakers said, the current quarter does not look good because of some global crisis. But we are hoping that during the year we'll improve in terms of sales, and we are expecting to have good results. Seeing some of the one of the questions was related to pricing arrangements and the contracts with the customers, but our pricing arrangement is very different. It's different from all the customers. It depends what expenses are loaded to one sales, and we have contracts with long-term customers who are very continuous customers and to whom we are supplying a major quantity. Apart from that, there were questions related to capacity utilization and improvement in margins. We are working on it. We are working on capacity utilization of the plant to a good level, and hopefully in the current period, in the coming period, we'll improve it and we'll reach to a good level. There are, in terms of other questions, so the market share and the market size of our products is good because we are one of the few suppliers in the country of lutodins and pyridines. So we are covering a good major share in the market, and we are still working to find out to work on new customers to get reach to new customers and to new origins and new countries so that we can increase the sales and increase the growth of the company. That's it. Thank you so much. I think I've briefly answered all the questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ashish ji, and thank you, Charchit ji. Members may note that the e-voting on the CDSL platform will continue to be available for next 15 minutes and shall close for voting thereafter. Therefore, members who have not cast their vote yet are requested to do so. The board of directors have appointed Mr. Alok Kherwar of Messrs. Alok Kherwar and Associates, practicing company secretaries, as the scrutinizer to supervise the e-voting process. Further, I hereby authorize Ms. Meenal Bhosle, company secretary, to declare the results of the voting and file the same with BSE, and also place the results on the website of the company at the earliest. The resolutions as set forth in the notice shall be deemed to be passed today, subject to the receipt of the requisite number of votes in the e-voting. I once again thank you all for attending this AGM and hereby declare the proceedings of the company's 33rd AGM as closed. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
So support we can close the session now.